the first of Canada's fighting forces have arrived in England. Last Sunday morning, December the 10th, at approximately 11:30 o'clock, from the docks of an eastern Canadian port, 5 slate-gray ships moved out silently into the stream and in line astern set their course eastward into a gray mist, where shortly they would rendezvous with their convoy of heavy cruisers, destroyers, and submarines. For obvious reasons, complete secrecy has shrouded the movements of these men and the ships that have carried them to England. The great liners themselves, in peacetime familiar names in all the harbors of the world, have lost their identity in the gray fogs of the North Atlantic. Every mark of identification has been painted out, and quickly they merge as gray smudges into the Atlantic mists. The first large-scale movement of fighting men from the Dominion since the First Great War was accomplished without a hitch. A smoothly functioning organization deposited the soldiers in this eastern port from all sections of Canada, placed them on board ship, and sent them away with the precision of clockwork. They departed with no tearful leave-taking at the water's edge. Goodbyes were said before they came to this port, and here only officialdom and the dock workers stood at the quay as the laden ships thrust their way from land. As compared to the days of 1914 and 1915, it was a quiet sailing. The business of loading went forward in the usual way. They might well have been but 5 freighters loading a cargo usual in any Canadian port. No bands, no flags, no cheering crowds to wish them bon voyage. Quiet, grim, businesslike, unemotional. For such is the nature of this undertaking, and a major naval engagement might well take place on our own Atlantic doorstep. Troop trains, the first to travel on Canadian metals in 20 years, moved last week, speeding eastward, down to the sea. And here they are, arriving at Tidewater. CBC sound equipment was standing by in the railroad sheds as the troops were moved off to the nearby docks.
Major. All right, boys, fall in. Yep. It's you, top! Quick! Bring it. One time! That's all!
CBC sound equipment was at the dockside as the troops prepared to embark. We hear the last roll call on Canadian soil. You may catch a name you know.
Sergeant Green. Colonel Hamilton. Colonel Litterdale. Colonel Rodway. Colonel Harrington. CQMS Goshen. Colonel Tythall. Hello,
Brothers, Harry, Saunders, Ianson, Spencer, Matthews, Crawford, Carroll, Wadsworth, Whitby, Meredith, Laird, Stevenson, Rowland, Governor Baldry, that's Governor Tyson James, Archibald,
And then they went into the ships, and many of them felt for the first time in their lives the rise and fall of the Atlantic under their feet. In one or two cases, the excitement, the tenseness of the moment, flared up in a snatch of song or a fitful bit of cheering,